Yesterday was August 19th, the first day of the Democratic Convention in Chicago. I have an update, but I did not watch. I saw that Kamala Harris made a surprise appearance and charged the room. She's got this magic superpower right now. She showed her face before the Biden speech. The Biden speech was a very nice speech, so I heard. I'll eventually get to watch it. He listed his achievements and he strongly backed his plan to give up the presidency and give up his reelection campaign and to turn the mantle, pass the torch to Kamala Harris. Hillary Clinton made a good speech and electrified the room. I don't understand. We seem to be able to put charge. Now we charge. Someone gets up and says the words, "Mind your own business," and the room is energized. 8 years ago, Hillary Clinton had some pretty excited crowds, but didn't excite the electorate. The polling seems to show it's different here. I don't know what exactly it is. It's just none of it got me out of bed to watch it. I could have watched it in bed though. I had an iPad there. I just took a break. I watched the Trump speech, or listened to it rather, while I worked, and that was interesting. He actually stayed on topic. He did do a lot of punishing insults, but he basically made his point, which is the Union of Soviet Socialist Kabbalists are going to cause inflation, break up this plan to give more tax cuts to the billionaires and millionaires. I don't really know, but he stayed on message. His speech was effective. President Trump went out and counter-programmed the convention. Usually, in past years, past election years, it did not help to counter-program the other party's election. It'll probably strengthen the base. Um, I did read somewhere that one of the stops that Donald Trump made in Pennsylvania had 175 people in it. Why didn't he just use AI to multiply that to 1,750 or to 17,025 or to 17 million? If you can do that with AI and it's believable, why don't you do that? It's interesting because Republicans are still chastising Donald Trump, saying as long as you talk about whether Kamala Harris is dumb or smart, or you discuss her ethnic background, or you call her dumb, that's a lost day. Lindsey Graham said that. Lindsey Graham said that during a emotional little vignette saying goodbye to Biden earlier in the day on the 19th. So seems interesting. I've got this blog here, this channel, this podcast that says politics, political prodder. Yeah, I'm not watching the convention. If I'm a political junkie, I should watch the convention, shouldn't I? Not necessarily. I can get my news off the internet. I can follow, and I did. It just seems that it was not interesting. I mean, I know the people there are interested. There's energy. It's huge. It's fine. It just, I wasn't interested yesterday. And that's just me. But the speakers are staying on message. The 4 people were arrested trying to bypass the security barrier. And I don't know, argued that Hamas was allowed to slaughter people and there should be no military response to that. I don't know what these people want, but their demonstration was not entirely successful, and they did not succeed in changing people's minds. They did not succeed in getting the headlines they wanted to get. They got some interviews, that's great. They demanded that the platform include an arms embargo to Israel. That that's not going to happen. I'm not going to vote for any candidate that's going to advocate this policy. As a matter of fact, keeping it off the Democratic platform might be enough to get me on board. I don't know if these opinions are valuable or not. What I do know is that it's interesting and good for me to essentially codify them and write them out. If you like this initiative and you want to continue following this information, please press like. If you want to know when things happen, hit subscribe and notify. And let's have some comments. What do you think about what I wrote? Well, pretty interesting. Obviously, Mr. Prater here is a odd bird, not choosing to do in-depth coverage and release six videos the day of the first day of the Democratic Convention. We'll see. Thank you for watching. I'll see you around. I'm going to try and put out at least one video a day as I travel to New York to visit my mother and have a 3-generational Sabbath dinner on Friday night.